Are you thinking about buying or selling a home in Florida? Whether you're considering your first home, relocating, downsizing, upsizing, moving out, moving on, or planning to acquire an income-producing property as an investment, Team ROC of Residential Movement Group is your real ownership connection. They are Florida realtors Joanne Bipot, David Ham, and Ellen Marie Jean-Baptiste. For rock-solid professionalism and expertise in all aspects of real estate transactions, lean on Team ROC to help you accomplish all of your real estate goals. Contact Team ROC at 904-385-9169, offering you service in English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Haitian Creole at 904-385-9169. Also listen to Team ROC here on the ROC Real Estate Radio Show every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m.
Everything discussed on air in this broadcast is for general information purposes only. For particular help with your real estate needs, contact our team of realtors for a complete individual consultation concerning your specific concerns. Furthermore, team members are realtors, not practicing lawyers or CPAs. Nothing discussed by anyone on the show shall be considered legal advice or tax advice.
Hey guys, what's up everybody? This is Ella Marie Jean-Baptiste coming to you from Residential Movement Real Estate Group. I hope everybody's doing well. And I am doing awesome. And I want to say thank you to all of the people who call us. David and I, we went under the weather. We were diagnosed with COVID-19. We have our customers who call us to pray for us. Some of them call us to give us remedies. Some of them call us to make sure that we are okay. We felt the love. It was a very rough week last week, but today, as you can see, my voice with my giddy voice. So I'm so happy to be around you guys, to be sitting in your living room, to be sitting in your radio with you, to be with you guys talking today. And then I am overjoyed to have the opportunity to come back and talk to you today about home ownership. Today we have the only one and only Deanna Stokes is with us. She's gonna tell us guys a little bit about what Adams Home has to offer. But in the meantime, I want to introduce my co-host. I want to introduce Mr. David Ham, who's going to tell you a little bit and then talk to you guys.
Hello, Jacksonville. Hello, Florida. Hello, world. Thank you so much for being here with us today on our show. Thank you for all your love and support. We're now in the first Saturday of December. We had a Thanksgiving to be grateful for. We had all of November, and it was just really wonderful despite, whatever obstacles that we had to get over and to deal with. We just thank God for having his hand of protection over us. And as you can see, we're back with you this Saturday, and that we're still moving forward, and we're so thankful about that. We're into December, getting ready for a new year coming, and while we're moving into a new year, why don't we discuss new construction with Diana Stokes here from Adams Home. So if you're listening to us right now, I just want to share with you that we're doing the show a little bit different from usual. Normally, we're all in the studio together, but as you heard Ella mention that we've been under the weather, so we're not going to expose everybody to us and what we've been exposed to. So we're outside of the studios, and those that are in the studios, through the magic of radio, they're putting it all together for today's show. So I just thank God for that as well, for the technology. The wonderful technology and our wonderful listeners who've just been fantastic and amazing in their support. And, of course, I would be terribly remiss if I did not thank God for Joanne B. Pot, who's, our third rock. There used to be that show, Third Rock from the Sun, but together we are one rock. So she's that one third that glue that brings the rock together.
When David and I were down, we could not do it. Joanne hold on the torch.
Yeah.
She did. Yeah. She hold on to it until the end. And then I'm so grateful to be working together with such wonderful people I know that who have each other's back. So we have to say that when I was down, I could not even recognize who I was. Joanne was there. Joanne was there to pull out the torch to the end of she was handling it. So we are so grateful to have people like that in our team. And then that is our goal. That is what we are sent for. That's the reason we work as a team. When one is down, doesn't mean the show doesn't go on. Right. The show continues to go on.
For some of you who may be listening for the first time, I just want to go ahead and explain who we are at Team ROC. And it's a team of realtors from the Residential Movement Real Estate Group. We are your real ownership connection. That's what ROC means in Team ROC. And to reach us, you can go onto our website. We're very happy to see the people that are using our website that look up and find their homes and then reach out to us. Our website is Team, T-E-A-M, ROC, R-O-C. Remember, we don't need a K. There's FL is in the state of Florida.com. And then to call us, you can call us at 904-773-4ROC. Well, if you're wondering on the dial, well, what is ROC on your telephone dial? Well, it's 762. So it's 904-773-4762.
Let's let Joanne.
Absolutely.
Joanne, go ahead.
Hey, everybody. I am so grateful to be a part of your life this Saturday morning. It's an honor, it's a privilege, and I'm telling you, it is something that we don't take for granted. I'm so grateful for Ella and for David and for being a part of this team, because our passion is getting everyone to own a home who wants to own a home. And not only that, increasing your wealth, increasing your legacy that you can leave behind to your loved ones through real estate. And I keep saying on every show that studies consistently show that 90% of the wealth of families, of American families, comes from real estate, comes from the equity in their homes. So it is not a trivial thing, because once you get engaged in real estate, you are truly, truly building your family's wealth. And it's something that we want for everyone. Each and every one of us want the security of something that we can fall back on, want the security of something that we can leave behind to our loved ones, and we want the security of knowing how to do it well. Because there are strategies, but you've got to execute the strategies well in order to be able to increase your wealth. If you don't execute it well, then you're going to potentially be in a negative position. And that's what Team ROC wants to bring to the table. We want to utilize our expertise, but not just our expertise, the expertise of our partners like Deanna for new construction. If you want to be looking at investment properties, etc., bring all of the resources to bear so that you can really put together a real estate plan that can work for you in the short run, but that can also meet your long-term goals. And we have to take that seriously, because as families, we have to stop being consumers. We have to start developing our own foundation and then choosing who we give our money to and how that helps us with our financial goals or not. So if you're out there and you're probably thinking, I have nothing to start with, and so what? Set a dream, set a goal, and get started. If something is important to you, you will make it happen. And that's the whole thing. You have to be your driving force for your financial success through real estate and for the achievement of your goals and objectives. We can help you develop the plan. We can help you develop a budget plan. We can help you do all of those things. But at the end of the day, it has to be important to you. And our goal is to show you consistently that owning real estate, upgraded into these beautiful homes that Deanna has for new construction, is all a part of a very strategic plan that can help you increase your wealth and at least start a financial foundation if you haven't started it for your families. So we're excited to have this opportunity to teach you, to tell you some things that hopefully will make a difference in the lives of yourself and your family for generations to come. I mean, we should be training our children to own homes. They should be growing up saying, Mommy, I'm going to be owning my own home as soon as I graduate college. You know, they should be saying, by the time I'm 25, maybe I have 2 homes I've upgraded into a home where my equity is growing. They should understand terms like owning real estate. Like, what is equity? Like, what's the mortgage? All of these different things we should be teaching our children and our loved ones so that they can be a part of this real estate movement. Because I'm just seeing so many studies, and I'm saying the number again, 90% of the wealth in this country is tied to real estate. So if you're not participating in that, you're missing out. What you're missing out is a negative to your wealth. So if you don't own it, if you could have gotten $40,000 in equity growth, you've cost yourself $40,000 by not owning real estate. And we are the team. Team ROC is a team that can make it happen. We have the knowledge of the resources and the programs and the partners who can help you make your dreams real. So you're not in this alone. We're not asking you to just go out and do it. We're here with you every step of the way. If you've got a dream, we are the key to helping you make that dream real. And later on in the show, I'm going to share some things about getting your budget together for owning real estate if you haven't really started. But I am excited to be with you today, and I want to leave you with this message. Real estate is essential to your plan for building wealth, and owning real estate should not be an option. It should be something because it is that you do because it's going to benefit your family, yourself, your personal situation for years and years and years and years to come. So I'm excited to be with you guys, to share whatever I have, because that's my passion. I want everyone to be financially successful. I don't want to hoard information. I want to give it out there. So you have no excuse but to get started, no excuse but to do the things that can help you, your children, your grandchildren, and your families for generations to come. And just, I want to tell you, it doesn't matter where you get started. From negative, you've got bad credit, to great credit, to little income, to having nothing saved. Let today be the starting point for building your wealth. Make a decision today where you want to be in 5 years, and let's do a building block. It's a house at a time, a home at a time, another home at a time until you get to where you want to be. So with that, guys, thanks for listening to this short message. I am excited for us to have Deanna with us because Deanna is passionate not just about new construction, where she's extremely knowledgeable, but also about making sure that her buyers are ready for their home, that they see it's a long-term investment, and that they're financially prepared to keep it going, that they can keep these beautiful homes that they have, and that they can see it, that she's a lifelong resource for them also, like we are. So with that, Miss Deanna Stokes, the floor is yours.
Happy holidays, Team ROC and everyone. Happy to be back here speaking with the listeners regarding Adams Homes and overall to piggyback what you're saying for homeownership is the first start of building generational wealth. That's something that's very key to me, and they're very important that I try to educate my buyers, whether they buy with me or whether they buy with another particular builder. As long as you have the real estate, you have Team ROC on your side, you're going to be going places. And it's definitely a bottom line number that we need to kind of focus on. It's just not about right now, but it's about leaving legacies for our families. Adams Homes, I've talked a little bit about it before. We've been in business for over 30 years. We have a few communities in the Jacksonville area. We will be opening up a number of communities next year, 2021, which is just around the corner. Can't believe that.
I know.
It's a few days away, and we'll be into a new year, new possibilities, and a new home with Adams Homes.
We're all going to fall out eventually to get out of that game.
You mean Jumanji?
Jumanji, or whatever you call it.
Jumanji.
Just all going to fall out Jumanji.
Yes.
No Happy New Year thing. Because
I'm going to be shouting Jesus. Jesus, thank you.
I know, because if it wasn't for him, right? Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm going to shut out. I need to get out of that game because 2020 was not. But okay, go ahead, Deanna.
Well, we have some great incentives for the month of December that I definitely want to share with you. For select quick move-in homes, if you use our lender, we will buy the rate down 1%, and that would be for the first year. You'll have that particular rate. So this is a great opportunity. Rates are already extremely low right now, but you definitely can take advantage of the lowest rate possible, which is great because that frees you up to give you that payment, and then any additional funds that you have, as you were saying, Joanne, you put those funds aside, budget, basically maybe starting businesses, growing investments a little bit more. So this is a great opportunity for buyers to take advantage of. I'm excited about it, and definitely I'm here. If you have any questions or needing something that's a quick move in, 904-535-2309. I am reachable by phone, or you can also text me, or you can email me at Deanna, DEANNA Stokes, STOKES at adamshomes.com.
Awesome.
Diana, you mentioned something very important. You said that Adams Home is buying down the rate for a year for the customer. So they're still going to have the 30 years mortgage, the 30 years fixed with mortgage. But for 1 year, the interest rate will be low because Adams Home is buying it. Can you elaborate on that for us?
Yes, whatever the interest rate that you have at the time that you take the approval application and when you're ready to close. Since it is on select quick move-in homes, it's something that would need to close within 30 to 45 days. So depending on what the rate would be, we would buy that rate down 1% below that rate, and that will be the fixed rate you would have for 1 year. And then it would basically be back to the original rate that you were quoted initially.
So that means if you have a 3% interest rate, your quote initially for 1 year, Adams Home is buying that rate 1%, so you end up getting 2% for 1 year, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's fantastic because
that's a great program.
I know because from a budgeting perspective, I mean, you're going to be saving a lot of money that first year
for 1 year.
Yeah, and then it helps you subsidize all the costs of owning a new home, for that first year, which is tremendous. Deanna, that's awesome. Can you remind our listeners also about the closing costs and all of the other financial help that Adams Homes does?
Yeah, absolutely. With using our lender, we would pay the buyer's customary closing cost, which is key. We do have down payment assistance programs. We have 2 lenders that we're working with that have both programs. One of the programs, you do have to be a first-time home buyer, but the other lender, which, Sophia from Guild Mortgage, you don't have to be a first-time home buyer in order to take advantage of 100% financing. So we do have these great lenders, great programs available. Just basically wanting to, let everyone know this is a great opportunity to take advantage of. It is on select quick move-in homes. So if you're looking for a home that you could close, by the new year or maybe the first of the new year, definitely reach out to me. Reach out to Team ROC first, and Team ROC will actually contact me, and we can schedule a time to discuss what your options are.
That is exciting. Guys, have you heard what she said? She has lenders who do 100% financing. You get the rate brought down 1%. You've got your closing costs paid for by this wonderful builder, Adams Homes. So everything is being done to really make it easy for you to own a new construction home from Adams Homes. That is very, very exciting. I can't wait for you guys to be contacting us or contacting Deanna to get started. And although it's on select homes, the 1%, though, even if you want to build, the interest rates these days, it's so low that it's still a great time. So if maybe one of the move-in homes may not meet your needs, but guess what? You can still build a home with Adams Home and take advantage of the closing costs, take advantage of the low interest rates for the whole 30 years, and just take advantage of the 100% financing through Sophia Davis Wallace from Guild Mortgage. So you've got a full package to get started. Now, Deanna, what are the down payment requirements?
Well, it really depends on, the one thing I love about the lenders that we work with, once you sit down with them, they kind of ask you questions to see how long you're going to be in the home, what your objective is for the home, if you do have money to put down, then of course they talked about, the minimum either 3% on a conventional or 3.5% on the FHA. If you need down payment assistance, then they talk about the 100% finance programs that may be available to you. So there's a range of loan programs that are out there for you, just really depending on, what you're trying to accomplish with your home. And that's the great thing I like about both of our lenders. Sophia is definitely good at that. I've worked with Sophia in the past and continue to work with her. And it's basically about making sure her buyers understand the process, because believe me, the mortgage process can be a painful one, but Sophia makes it really, really easy.
Yeah,
right. She makes it really
awesome.
easy. And so,
Painless.
right, exactly. And so, that's one thing I really love about her, that she gives her all to it, and that way everyone understands the process. And the same thing,
Yeah, that's true.
and the same thing with building.
110%.
She does. She does.
So,
and
I
even
like
with
working
new
with her.
construction, it can be very
Yeah.
yeah. And so with her on your side, on the financing side, and with me on the builder side, I take the time to explain the process. Most site agents, when you get the contract, they say sign here, sign here, sign here. I actually go over every bullet point with you, so that way you know exactly what the contract is, because this is a legal binding contract, and everyone seems to forget that. But it's the biggest purchase that you will ever make. So you do need to know what your responsibilities are, what the builder's responsibilities are, in making sure that you close your home.
That's awesome. And
Exactly.
And to get
Let me
started,
ask, we have a few questions for you, Deanna, and but as you for our listeners who's listening with Justin on the radio, you are listening to 107.9 FM, 107.9 FM, Praise FM, and now you are listening to Teamwork from Residential Movement Real Estate Group, and we are here to make you, the team that gets you to the closing table. You can reach us at 904-773-4ROC or 904-773-4762. Or you can go to our website at teamworkfl.com. You can reach us also in our Facebook page, Team Real Estate. What is it again? The Facebook page is...
For the Facebook page, you're going to want to type in Real Ownership Connection. So you'll find us on Facebook at Real Ownership Connection.
Guys, I have to apologize. I'm telling you that COVID thing get me my brain fog. It's just completely. Sometimes I have to really think hard to remember what I'm saying. So I'm getting there. So that's one of the things the doctor said. COVID leave behind. You make your brain sometimes not working. You got a mommy brain. I had a mommy brain before, so that's become triple mommy brain. So I apologize. I have a few questions for Deanna, and we have listeners who maybe today is the first day listening to us. We have some great thing going on with Adams Home. I love working with Adams Home.
Me
but
too.
The question
great.
we do have, we, as you know, everywhere we go, we see builder popping up. Just as every other space, you see a different builder building new communities coming up. What differentiates you from the other builder in Adams Home? I know what it is, but I want you to explain to our listeners the difference between Adams Home and the other builder that's popping up everywhere in Jacksonville. Why somebody should choose Adams Home beside the other builders?
Well, first, our signature brand is brick. So if you remember the story as we were growing up, the Three Little Pigs, huff and puff and I'll blow your house down. The brick house overstood everything. So brick, you're looking at long-term quality for your home. It will be your primary residence, or even, to pass on to future generations. So first and foremost, it would be the brick. Secondary, it would be the customer service and the passion that each site agent brings to the table. Not just myself, but there's 3 other agents that Adams Homes has, plus our sales manager, Guillaume Vincent. Very passionate about making sure that the process is very simple, not so complex. and that you basically, we do everything in our power to make sure that you get to the closing table. With me, I mean, I can't speak for other agents, but I know that they're just as passionate about it as I am. But for me, I love going out to the site, taking pictures of each of the process so the buyer can keep engaged and be excited for what's going on to their home. You know, just kind of walking them through the model home so they can see what Adams Home has to, what we bring to the table when constructing their home from the ground up. And even as a quick move-in home, just basically seeing their faces and being able to help them with this journey.
That's awesome. But Deanna, don't forget, what about this?
Go ahead, Joanne.
Yeah, I was saying there's some other things that I think are wonderful advantages, such as there's so many things that are standard for you that are not standard for so many builders. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we actually have in our single-story homes, we actually vault to 10-foot ceilings as standard, where most builders is 9 foot, and then that vault is an upgrade. And then you also have the covered patios, basically, which is standard with 90% of the builders. That's going to be an option, or it's not going to be an option at all for you. We have that standard. And then you have your appliances, microwave, stove, and dishwasher. That's included as well. Sometimes you definitely have to upgrade the appliance package with the builder. We have just your master bathroom retreat, the tub shower combo, which is standard in most places. You do have to upgrade that as well. But the overall of it is that you actually have the ceiling fans already braced in every room, not having to pay for that. You have ceiling fans in the master bedroom as well as the family room included. And so we have a wealth of features that are standard that we bring to the construction of our home without you having to upgrade. You know, Adams Homes, basically, we're a simple builder. We give you those things that are important to you up front. And then, of course, if you wanted to, upgrade those items, then, we have that conversation on what that price would be. But I always talk to buyers about adding additional options to the home. If you basically are okay with the standard features that we have, which they're really great features, I don't even, I myself purchased an Adams Homes and we went with the standard features. And then because the amount of upgrades that you add to the home could cost over time. You're paying for a single item, over a 30-year period when you could go in and do those things yourself. You save money by doing it. You save labor, plus you're building sweat equity. So I always talk about those things because it is about keeping money in your back pocket in order to use that money to utilize other things with, such as businesses like I talked about earlier, investments, maybe buy more real estate down the line. So some of those luxuries, you kind of think about, do I really want to pay that over a 30-year period, is that something I could wait on? Because you're not just going to be in the home a year, you're going to be in the home for a little bit. So you would do those things over time. So definitely the features are so definitely important. Right now we have 3 active communities, one on the north side, one on the west side, and one in Green Cove Springs. In 2021, we're expected to have 7 communities all over Jacksonville area, Clay County, St. John's, Duval, north side. So we definitely look forward to helping.
That's fantastic.
Yes, helping you in your home ownership to journey, whether it be a north side community, west side community. We're here to help you through that path.
That's awesome. Another thing, Deanna, is what is required for somebody to be under contract with you? Because that's a big difference between you and a lot of the other builders.
Yes. Your commitment to moving forward with Adams Homes in any community is $1,000 binder deposit. Most builders want at least 2 or 3%. They want a little bit more commitment. They want you to put a little bit more skin in the game. But we're confident that our buyers, when they see our product, they are committed. And so your commitment doesn't have to be solely monetary upfront, because a lot of buyers may not want to give that commitment upfront, or may not even have that 2 or 3% upfront. But we feel very confident that our buyers with $1,000 binder deposit is going to want to continue the process, because our homes basically speak for themselves. So when you walk into our homes, you'll be able to tell the difference between another builder home compared to Adams Homes. There's so much character, so much curb appeal. When you're driving down the street, you can tell an Adams Homes from another home, And first impression to a buyer, if you're looking to resell, that's key. Because, brick is withstanding. You're definitely going to have that curb appeal and that simplistic, everybody loves a traditional brick product. Everybody loves a red traditional brick product. So you can go in and kind of design the color brick that you want. If it's a quick move-in home, then of course we have the colors already selected. But you do have the option, if you're building from the ground up, to select the brick that you want to display to your home.
That is awesome.
So like Joanne was saying in the beginning, the most important thing is to get started, right? When she talked about if you have nothing to start with, so what? You still have to move forward. And so, Deanna, like you just showed, it doesn't take an excessive amount to get started, right? You said as little as $1,000, and you're working with people from where they are from the beginning. You mentioned the story of the three little pigs, and there's an internet race that's actually making its way on the internet now. You might want to check it out with the tortoise and the hare, where they actually raced the tortoise against the hare very recently, and guess who won? It was the one that was consistent and persistent. It was the tortoise that actually ended up winning the race, because the rabbit would make a quick start and then it would just stop and not continue the course. And it was just really amazing to watch, because this was a real race, a real life event where consistency is ultimately what pays off in the end. So I just wanted to add that and remind everybody to get started, to make that contact. You can call us at 904-773 for ROC, which is 904-773-4762. Our website, Team ROC, ROC, no K, FL.com. That's pretty simple.
It definitely is our name. Yes. Yeah.
And you see that I'm a little bit quiet, guys. It's not like because I'm quiet, people usually say you always obey, but I am just in here getting all of the information that Deanna is providing, and then I want you guys to listen to all of those information, because those information are imperative. With $1,000 as a banner deposit, that may be the only thing you bring to the closing table. That's just $1,000. That may be the only thing you need to move into your own home. Because if you are a first-time home buyer, you got the $7,500 they are talking about, plus the Adams Home is paying all of your closing costs. So therefore, you may not have to bring nothing to the table. So the only thing you have to do is to start.
Yeah, exactly. So wherever you are, start, guys.
So starting is the number one. And then one thing I really enjoy every time I have a customer who call us, and then we schedule an appointment with them, you can see the joy in their voice, the joy in their, when you're telling them that this is what's going on, this is what's going on. They cannot wait to see them, for us to put the key in their hands. So those are the things we dream for. This is the thing that Teamwork wants to continue doing, to put that key in your hand. But we cannot put the key in your hand unless you make the first step.
Exactly. You've got to get on that road.
You have to start. You have to pick up the phone and give us a call. You have to pick up the phone and then say, okay, I want to schedule an appointment with you, because it's easy. It's very easy. It's as easy. We have people, guys, who didn't even know they are ready to purchase their home. And then when they realize that, oops, I was ready, because they don't know. They really don't know. And some people think their credit has to be at 700 for them to have a good interest rate. Deanna just tell you that Adams Home is buying down your interest for 1 year. Again, so you may not be there for you to get the interest rate for 1 year. They're buying down that interest rate for you. Get it. you never know what next year gonna bring. You may refinance and get the same interest rate. So right now the interest rate is as low as possible. So don't stop. You have to stop. Don't stop. You need to start process. Start the process by giving us a call. Start the process by giving Deanna a call. Start the process by just starting the process. And then if you're not ready with your credit, we have people and that can help you starting with your credit to make your credit where it needs to be. 2020 is almost over. And then if you start with the process today, guess what? You'll be a homeowner in 2021. So that will be the gift you give to yourself for 2021. So don't stop. I'm going to ask Deanna some questions because I know those questions are the questions our listeners will want to hear. So, and then I know some of my listeners call us and ask me, can you ask next time to ask this question for me? Because I would like to know. So we're going to ask those questions our listeners really send us. Deanna, one of the questions I do have is, and then you mentioned about Adam's home and a vague, like when I say vague, like wherever they are, but I know that you are in 9 Miles. Can you tell our listener what 9 Miles? Because when we went to 9 Miles, I see a bunch of builders there. But one thing I have to say, like you mentioned, Adam's home stand out because of the fact that you're a brick home. Adam's home stand out because your home are different from the other builder. They're not a cookie cutters home. They just put them together. Your home are stand out. So can you tell me a little bit more about 9 Miles?
Yes, absolutely. 9 Mile Creek, very quaint community right off the creek on the Jacksonville north side. There's 50 home sites there, and we have 25 home sites, and our competitor has the other 25. Right now, basically, you have that sea of sameness, as I call it, where all the homes look the same. So how would you even know when you're ready to go home if this is truly your home? We actually make sure that your home has that one of a kind look because of the brick that you get to choose there. That community is not a full brick community as standard. It is brick front, vinyl siding. We have that pop of color on the front door, the shutters, if applicable per the plan, but that your home basically will stand out. If you choose a particular lot, whatever your neighbor has in colors, you unfortunately wouldn't get to select that particular colors because we want your home to be different from your neighbors. Your home has to have that personal look and that touch. When you're driving down the street, that curb appeal that says, this is my home. So we actually have, that's the definitely benefit of going with Adams Homes because of that, basically having that, different in color selections that you would get to choose from. Whether it be the vinyl, whether it be the shutters, the front door, the board and batten, everything, you can mix and match those colors. And so it can be your personal touch. Also, we have floor plans right now, 15 square feet. I've actually sold out all of my lots for the 15 single story. So 15 single story, and then we have 3 2-stories, which are 2202, 2335, and 2405. And these numbers represent the square footage. Adams Homes, we actually have our square footage the name of our plans because it's just easier to remember. It makes it simpler than having all of these different names for these floor plans. Our 2335 is a 2-story with the master bedroom on the first floor. A lot of buyers typically are looking for that option, so we do have that floor plan available. This month, I'm having more lots released, a lot of corner lots released, so I definitely look forward to helping buyers get into their Adams Homes in 9 Mile Creek. Their HOA is only $350 a year, so if you're a buyer that needs to kind of budget for that, it only comes out to about $29 a month that you can kind of set aside. And then at the end of the year, the $350 will be paid to the HOA. It is a beautiful community. Every time I go through that community, it's very quiet and quaint, very solace, and very peaceful. And so it's truly a neighborhood. It's a smaller neighborhood, but the smaller neighborhoods, I think, are the better ones because you have an opportunity to meet your neighbor. You get to know your neighbor. Kids get to grow up together. Families get to be together. Maybe not right now during the COVID, but the goal is to build the neighborhood and the community with your neighbors and friends in the community. So 9 Mile Creek, right off of Trout River Boulevard on the north side. I can be reached right now by phone, 904-535-2309. My model there is under construction. It should be completed sometime January or February. I am meeting buyers at a nearby community that's about 10 minutes away to look at our construction quality and discuss what your options may be for purchasing in that community. Please let me know how I can help you. I would love to take you on a tour of the community, take you on a tour of any of the other communities that we have right now and in the future, and talk about any future communities.
Deanna, that is awesome. I'm hoping that the listeners are hearing that with Adams Homes, you have a lot of choices. 9 Mile Creek is a beautiful, beautiful area, but Deanna also mentioned that Adams Homes is in Green Cove Springs and also on the west side. Mm-hmm. So you have a lot of choices. You've got built-in upgrades. You've got the builder paying the closing costs. You've got down payment assistance that can give you extra money, like Ella was explaining earlier. You've got only $1,000 to be under contract to build a new home or to buy one of their pre-existing homes. You've got the special going on right now with them buying down the rate. So, guys, it's time to stop procrastinating and stop thinking about it and just take a leap of faith and action and tell yourself that you deserve to be in a beautiful new home. If you're spending $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 and more in rent, and a lot of you listening are doing that right now.
Right.
You're paying somebody else's mortgage. Wouldn't it be great to pay your own mortgage and get all of the benefits of home ownership, the equity building, the interest rate deduction, that you could potentially get? There's so many benefits, having something that you can rely on in the future, having your wealth increased through your home. There's so many advantages of owning your own home. It's yours. You can decorate it the way you want. You can do things. It's all yours. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing like that. And, your costs are defined for 30 years. You don't have to worry about the 2, 3 to 5% rent increase that most of you renting are going to get every year. Every year when when you're signing a new lease, that rent is going up to the point sometimes that you're paying more than what that property, would potentially be worth if you own it. Half of you out there renting, you're paying more in rent than a mortgage would be. So think about that. That's just not wasting money. That's taken away. That's a negative for growing your wealth. And as a result, the cost of keeping a rental home, it eats away at the money that you have available to save. Owning a house can help you save money, believe it or not, because your costs are fixed for the period of time of the mortgage. And we have lots of things that we'll share with you after you close and how you can shorten if this is your forever home. But, your carrying costs of that home could be lower. And then the equity buildup of that home is going to be all yours. So, guys, reach out to us so we can explain to you the advantages of owning your own home and the advantages of being in a beautiful new home like new construction. And, Deanna, can you share with listeners the advantages of being in a new home versus an existing home?
Yeah, and just to piggyback on what you said, prices are considerably, really good right now. In 9 Mile Creek, we're starting at $216,900.
Wow.
That would be the base price of a 14, 15 square feet home. So you can actually get into a home for under $250,000. If you have buyers and you really are conscious about what your payment's going to be, then definitely reach out to me and we can help work through that. New construction, I'm really kind of biased when it comes to new construction because, the word new kind of explains it all. From the very beginning, when you pick out your color selections, from when the property is formed, to the plumbing, to the foundation, to the framing, the insulation, you get to be a part of that process. You really get to see what's going on behind those walls. Where on a resale, you're not so sure of what's behind the walls, how that previous owner took care of that particular property. With new construction, you would be the first to occupy that property to make it your own. And I actually walk you through the whole process. So every step of the way, you get to see the house being formed. You get to see your house being built, being created from the slab all the way down to the front door going in. So you get to be a part of the process. So basically, it's important that you understand that new construction is always kind of, priority. Right now there's low inventory when it comes to resale, where new construction, if you have a little bit of time to wait, or even if you don't, you can take advantage of a quick move-in home. The select few that we have with the 1% buying down, you'll be able to take advantage of something brand new. You would be the first person to ever walk through those doors. So I want to kind of share with you how, that experience and walk you through that journey, because it is something to be proud of. It's an accomplishment when you kind of see your house being built from the ground up and then you see the finished product. And then with Adams Homes, basically, with the brick product, it's going to be withstanding for a long period of time. And then you'll just buy another Adams Homes and then another Adams Homes and then leave to your children, grandchildren, their children. That's what it's about, leaving legacies.
Absolutely. And not to forget the new roof, the new appliances, the new everything. There's no history because everything is a day one in that house.
And then you have the warranties that go along with it. Normally, with new construction, you have the 1-year builder warranty. You have the 2-year systems, and then you have a 10-year structural. Of course, there's a termite bond, which is key as well. So we definitely make sure that you have all those luxuries, because there's so much going on, life, children, families, work. Last thing that you want to be worried about is whether or not you have to fix something, or if you're going to have the money to fix something. With those warranties, you have that peace of mind of knowing that Adams Homes is going to take care of you and your family.
I have to agree because but having a new home is nothing. I mean, especially a brick home, the smell of the brick home, the smell of, I don't know, like Deanna said, I'm super biased when it comes to new home because
too. I love new homes.
New home is just like to be the first person using that bathroom is I don't know how to explain it. To be the first person taking a shower in that shower room, or to be the first person putting something in that fridge, in that pantry, whatever the situation means. It's you cannot.
Yeah.
You cannot.
There's a lot of firsts.
There is, and then the entry price of $216. It's hard to find a 3-bedroom, 2-bath that's in resale in that price range, and this is brand new. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So guys, we go back to get started. Dream big. Home ownership should be one of your dreams. Don't count yourself out. If life happened and your credit isn't great and your money isn't great, your income isn't great, set a dream, set a goal, call us.
And then I forgot to mention that to our listeners as well. Adams Home has something awesome I really like. If your credit is not, for example, that if you go to one of our preferred lenders and your credit is, for example, that if your credit is at 635 and then is not there to be qualified for the 100% finance or the $7,500, the $7,500 they are giving you, Adams Home is willing to put you under contract. They are willing to put you under contract and then let you work in your credit while they are building your home. Not that many builders doing it.
Absolutely, so without asking for extra money.
Just your $1,000 binder deposit as a commitment. And then, of course, a commitment to you, from you, to follow through, basically, to make sure that, make sure that your credit is good. One thing I always tell my buyers when we're sitting down, please don't quit your job during this process. Don't go out and buy a car right now. Don't go out and buy furniture. Let's look at the big picture. The big picture, and I know you're going to see those things as you're going through this process. The big picture is to get you to the closing table, and to avoid basically you having to go in and having to requalify because you purchased a car or not being able to qualify. And I get it. When you have cars, you see nice things and you want want nice things, but you can't live in your cars, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Your car is not going to help you build generational wealth. Your house.
I tell my customers that all the time. When you go to the car dealership, they're gonna, because you have to understand, these people are salespeople.
Right.
They're gonna tell you, no, that's not gonna hurt you. That's not gonna hurt you. You can buy that car. That's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
And then after you purchase the car, guess what? You call me. And I look at you, I said that you cannot be qualified for that house anymore.
Right, exactly.
You need to talk to your lender.
Right, because those car payments, they're really expensive now. You get a car, $20,000 or even a $30,000 car, you're looking at $500 or more in the payment, and that can really take away from how much house that you can qualify for.
You can afford, yeah.
Yeah. So once you're definitely under contract and you're committed to moving forward, even before you go under contract, just say in your mind that I'm going to focus on getting this home. I'm not going to let anyone pull my credit. I'm not going to buy a car. I'm not going to buy furniture.
Like I tell my customers, it's easy for you to buy. After you buy the house, you can buy the car.
Exactly. But wait until you have that key in your hand before you do these things. And we say
after
that
you
now.
Buy the house, you can buy the car. But after that, because the car doesn't care about your debt-to-income ratio. But when you're buying a house, the debt-to-income ratio is imperative.
Right.
In any purchase of a home.
It's true.
I love it.
It's true. And
so
guys,
you have to be careful. You definitely have to be careful. Also, I need to let my customers know that we do have credit repair. Joanne, I don't know if Mark is with us today.
He's not, but I can just describe what that is. If your credit needs help, Team ROC is investing with you. We have 2 partners that we work with to help you get your credit there. One is Justice League of Credit. Another is a very, very good credit choice. So call us. We help you pay for some of your credit restoration services. Call us for details on how that works so we can get you enrolled in one of these 2 programs so you can get your credit to where it needs to be to qualify for one of the loans and one of the lenders that Deanna mentioned earlier to help you get your home. So don't let credit be the gating factor to owning your own home. The key is make a decision. I want to own my own home. I want to own a new construction home, but my credit needs to go up. Let's face it head on. Life happens. We understand. Face it head on, and then let's put the solutions in place with the experts who can help you figure out what to do. A lot of times customers talk to me and they'll, to us, all of us, in fact, and say, well, I'm working on my credit. And I'm telling you, if your credit needs some serious work, it's not just another line of credit, pay down a little debt here or there. You need the services of an expert. You need the services of people who understand how underwriters are going to be looking at you, what your credit profile is going to look like in order to get a loan. You need that expertise in order to do it effectively, because it's not just paying things off. Some people do the wrong way. They pay it off to the point where they close a line of credit, which ends up hurting you.
Right.
So these experts, credit restoration experts, can help you. And Team ROC is investing in you by helping you pay for it, at the closing table. So guys, call us for more details. Don't let credit stop you from your dream of home ownership, because we are absolutely, absolutely here for you. And you are our passion. You are the reason why we're on the radio every week. You're the reason why we do what we do, because we don't want to leave any dream unfulfilled. Now, it may not be tomorrow. It may not be next month. Depending on your situation, it may take a little time. But like Deanna is saying, stay disciplined. Stay disciplined.
Stay the course.
It's the holidays. And I know a lot of people end up spending tons of money that December 26th, you're looking at yourself and saying, what did I do? Where did all my money go? And, the toys for the kids are all over the house, all of these things that you've given to other people. I want you guys to give yourself a present this holiday season. Buy a house. The house is the best present you can give your family. And whether you've got to be tight on what you give, to others as gifts this year, I'm telling you, the house is going to generate the benefits to feed your family, to take care of your family for so many years. So I'm asking you guys to be conservative. If you want to own a house, this is not the time to go crazy with spending. And really look very carefully at how you spend money, how much money you make, and how much expenses are going out and whether the expenses are necessary expenses or just, expenses because you want to spend money in a certain way.
Right.
When it's time to start planning for a house, there's so many things that we want you to do. And so many things that you need to do in order to make sure that you're saving money, that your expenses are at the right level so that your debt ratio stays the way that the lenders need it to be. And also that you can be in a position to own this home. Deanna, through Adam's Home, is making it so easy for you to own a new construction home. They're giving you time to work on your credit. They're saying only $1,000 is needed. They're going to pay, your closing costs. They're allowing you to use down payment assistance programs to bring more money to the table if there's any extra costs that may be there. They're buying down the rate if you have a spec home, and if you need to work in your credit, you do a home where that's going to be built where the period of time it gives you, a good 5-6 months in order to get your credit together. And then you've got Team Rock investing in you. So you've got all of the components that you need to get started. So we're asking you to stop procrastinating. Home ownership should not be an option. Again, 90% of the wealth in this country is real estate based. If you're not a part of that number, you got to get started.
Right. Yep. I agree totally. 100%. Real estate is the way to go. Ownership, as growing up, I used to hear my grandmother say that God bless the child that's got his own. That's basically real estate. You have to have your real estate in order to have, generational wealth to pass on. So many families, so many cultures, so many opportunities available for us out there, but we have to get a plan and follow the plan and stay the course.
Absolutely. And take advantage of these amazing low interest rates right now.
Right.
Because all you can do, a lot of times people are asking, well, where do you think the market's going? What's going? And I say, it doesn't matter. Let's look at what's here and now.
Exactly.
Here and now is there are houses that are for sale. There's new construction that's for sale at the right price. There's low interest rates. And this is a buyer's paradise in terms of down payment and assistance programs. Focus on what's right in front of you and take advantage of it, because none of us can predict what's going to be available next month, 6 months from now. That even the experts are trying to figure it out. But right here and now is what you focus on in order to do what's best for you and your family. So guys, get on this road. Call Team Rock. We can be reached at 904-773-4ROC or 904-773-4762, and you can reach Deanna
at 904-535-2309. Please feel free to call or text me, or you can email me at Deanna, DEANNA.Stokes, STOKES @adamshomes.com.
Great. I know we only have a couple more minutes before the show ends, but every single one of us have said today, get on the road. It should not be an option. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Get on the road. So in the next 2 minutes, we want to drive that message home. And, those of you who already own homes, you're not out of this equation, because you should be thinking about, what is my current home worth? Do I have equity in it? And does it make sense to upgrade into a new construction home? Mm-hmm. Guaranteed, Team Rock can help you sell your home, but sometimes it's very important to understand the equity and the growth of that equity where you currently are and the growth of equity in a new construction home. So you can pretty much transfer into a new construction home and your costs are pretty much staying level based on what's going on with your particular situation. So sellers, people who homeowners, call us. We will do free home valuations for you, and we can help you with a real estate plan so you can figure out what's the best next step for you. New construction can be a part of your portfolio also, either as investment or an upgrade or an additional home based on how much equity you have in your home. So we've got 1 more minute, and Ella and David, I'll let you guys.
Oh my God, it was such a pleasure. Even though I feel outside, but I feel like in with my people. So guys, listen, do not let anything stop you. Come on, give us a call. Give Teamwork a call. Teamwork a call. We'll be glad to help you. Thank you very much for listening. Until next time.
Guys, thank you so much. We are grateful that you spend the time to be with us each and every Saturday. Tell your friends. Don't keep us a secret. Let them know 107.9, Praise 107.9. Every Saturday from 10 to 11, we're here to educate and demystify real estate. Thank you.
Until next time, guys. Have a good day.
All right. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you.
Are you thinking about buying or selling a home in Florida? Whether you're considering your first home, relocating, downsizing, upsizing, moving out, moving on, or planning to acquire an income-producing property as an investment, Team ROC of Residential Movement Group is your real ownership connection. They are Florida realtors Joanne Bipot, David Ham, and Ellen Marie Jean-Baptiste. For rock-solid professionalism and expertise in all aspects of real estate transactions, lean on Team ROC to help you accomplish all of your real estate goals. Contact Team ROC at 904-385-9169, offering you service in English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Haitian Creole at 904-385-9169. Also listen to Team ROC here on the ROC Real Estate Radio Show every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m.